Hey y'all, welcome to the October Journal. I've got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened this month, ranging from trips to... My Google. It's made the haunting happen. Hey Google, stop. Crazy month. But yeah, this month I went to ACFI. I had an injury. I almost got in a car crash. And I got a virus on my computer. I've got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First of all, at the beginning of the month, I got the PayPal integration done. Depending on how much you donate during the stream, there's all these really cool effects that you can apply from reading out like a text-to-speech message, such as changing your character's size and color, having money rain down, or hearts explode. As far as aesthetics, the website is just not there yet, but at least the functionality works. This month I also worked on Rico Doodle, which is another game you can play inside my Twitch overlay. Just putting your mouse on my overlay, you can draw in this panel for everyone else to see. I'm excited to see what you guys draw during my stream. This month we also saw a stagnation in Democratic Anarchy. For those who don't know, Democratic Anarchy was a Discord server I built where people could essentially vote on changes to the server. So if someone wanted to gain admin powers, the majority of the server would have to vote and agree on that change. Right now, there's essentially one person in the server that's kind of taken it over and banned everyone else. We're going to be working on Democratic Anarchy 2, which has a lot of changes that hopefully will result in a different outcome that lasts a little bit longer, is my hope. Essentially, we're going to have a separate server that you vote on that you can't get banned from, and then the main server itself. So the separation there will hopefully create a more interesting experiment. I also created a new overlay transition in my preparation to get back into streaming. I've already set up some streams. In fact, I did a stream this last Tuesday where I'm just it's kind of a AMA. If anyone wants to come and ask math or programming related questions, I'd be down to help out. But I'm doing those every Tuesday, and coming up soon every Thursday, we're going to be doing Project Amaranth streams again. So this month I went to ACFI, Alamo City Furry Invasion, and I got my tail fixed. Look at it. It was my first somewhat local con, so I actually knew a bunch of the people there, and they made it so much more interesting. Being able to go and just meet up with friends and hang out. It was a good time. At the very end, I thought this was pretty funny. One of the con goers had a clown aesthetic, and for the closing ceremonies, they were doing bids for who gets to pie certain head people in the convention space. And someone started shouting out, "I'll do this amount of money to have the pie clown him." And, "Oh no, I'll do $100 to have the pie clown him." And so people started just bidding to have the clown pie people. It's all for charity, of course, but I thought it was so funny. And at one point, the guy who's doing the bidding, the auctioneer, what was the term for that? He goes, "Okay, who wants to pie the clown?" And he essentially volunteered the clown to get pied. And at the very end of it, just watch this clip. It's so funny.
Running start. Clear it away, guys. Clear it out.
He just gets swept up under it. It was beautiful. In other news, my new sticker pack is back. The new patron march has been implemented. You can choose from a bunch of these hand-drawn bases, and we're working on a few of the aesthetics right now. The wearables, the cosmetics. I'm excited for you guys to see them. These cosmetics and the march itself is available for anyone who donates but it's slightly more geared towards the patrons, Patreon. Although if you're a tier 1 sub, it's basically the same as being a patron, or if you've donated like $5 or more or something like that. There's a lot of equivalencies. Okay, so a few big things this month. I have been suffering from what I think is a staph infection. There's a big old bump right on my butt. It's been making it hard to move around, sit, do my job, getting in and out of the car. It's just painful anytime it's moved. But I went to a doctor lately, last Friday, a week ago, and I put an ointment on it, and it's been getting better. It's been getting smaller and smaller. It was like a big old red spot about that big. Like it was a growing infection. But now the swelling's low, the infection's gotten really small. It's looking like it's gonna be pretty good. So I was suffering with that for like a week or two. It was pretty bad. And then just recently, I almost got in a car accident. I was stopped at a red light, but all of a sudden a car came careening towards me. There was a collision. I heard a big bang, and all I see is a car come whoosh right towards me. And luckily they turned about 3 feet. Like it was about like 3 feet in front of me. When they barely missed, is what I'm saying. They went right in front of me. They're like coming towards, and then whoosh, turned to the side. It was a pretty scary experience. It's the closest I've ever been to being in a car accident that wasn't with a wall. But yeah, I called 911, and there was a bunch of emergency services that came. Luckily, there was no one injured. The people who caused the accident, they booked it. They got out of the white car and just they went off down the street. I wish I had thought about it, because I would have taken a picture or something, but all 3 of them just fled the scene. The driver was an Uber driver. Their passengers were fine, but the Uber driver, I really feel for her, because she had some kind of shoulder injury from it. Of course, I don't know the full details. I didn't stick around forever and go to the hospital with her, of course. So I have no idea what she actually suffered from. But what I can tell you is that she had some kind of shoulder injury. She was kind of holding it the whole time. They had people talking with her about it. And it didn't look very super serious. Like, it's not like there was visible blood or, a broken something. It just, there was pain. So I really feel for her, because I know, being a delivery driver myself, or a person in a similar industry, Uber's not going to do anything to help her. So not only did she get in an accident where she's going to have to likely pay for her own car, and, assuming she has insurance, assuming insurance is going to help her, but then also maybe medical issues, and that was her job, right? So now she's not going to be able to do her job for a while. It really sucks. She got the short end of the stick of the whole thing. I really feel for her, and it makes me really think of, like, man, at some point, I'm gonna get in an accident. That's just how it is. I do deliveries all the time, but I am going to get in an accident at some point if I keep doing deliveries. And what am I gonna do at that point? So I'm really considering trying to find an alternative means of income. I just don't know what that would be. I really wish I could make money talking to you guys and streaming, but it's not something realistic at the moment. Okay, and then the last big thing I want to talk about today is I got a computer virus. I'm a normally very cautious person, very skeptic person. I talk to scammers all the time. Just being the person I am, people find me all the time. And 99.9% of the time, I'm always fine, because I'm always safe. Typically I block them right away. But people, I get scam emails all the time. I get people on Discord messaging me. I get people on Telegram that message me. It's a pain to block everybody. But I had someone recently that was very interested in my company. And I get this all the time, where people will come to me and, other developers that are interested in maybe joining. And so they'll kind of show what they've done. I show what I've done. I had downloaded a game from them after talking with them for a while, and I was already suspicious because there's a scam going around nowadays on Discord of like, try my game and whatnot. But this one didn't feel quite the same as that scam. But I still had my suspicions. They had a really nice, reputable looking indie game website. So I downloaded the file, I went it through, virus scannings, I did a bunch of scan stuff, found nothing. So, I mean, I was cautious, but not cautious enough, because sure enough, it had a virus in it. And suddenly, my Discord account gets logged out. I get notification from Coinbase that someone's trying to access it. I see on my Google that it's logged in India. Like, okay. So I was up till like 6 or 7 a.m. just resetting passwords and locking accounts that needed to be locked. It's painful, I'll tell you that. I completely reinstalled Windows, which also means I lost access to my Adobe. For those who don't know, I still had access to my school's Adobe account, even though if I had logged out, I couldn't log back in. That just, for some reason, was still logged in on my computer. So, no more Adobe Premiere, no more Adobe Photoshop. I am switching over to other companies because they are too expensive. So, if this video gets published, I'm successfully using a new video editing software. Woohoo! But yeah, all that seems to be over now, but there's always still that anxiety of what other info do they still have, and what will they, use it for? Who knows? I guess just time will tell if something else happens. I'm just hoping it blurry, Aaron. I'm just hoping it's all over and I can get back to doing what I love doing. So what's coming up? What's coming up for Blue Rikaroo? Well, as I said, Democratic Anarchy 2 is coming out. I'm starting to get back into streaming. MVT is somewhat around the corner, probably starting in February, give or take a month or two. And I'm getting back into Amaranth. That's the big things. Anyways, if you like what you see, give it a like. If you don't, give it a dislike. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!